Just records the meeting. Okay, going into this crazy zoo in here. Are you coming, Mickey? Oh, God. What is that? Is that somebody's? Oh, shit. Hang on. What's happening? I'm confused right now. Is somebody's music? Is that your music, Michael? Are you playing music? Can you hear that music? Yes? What the heck was happening? Mom, are you playing music? I'm confused.
No, I had something, but it's gone.
Okay, I'm gonna just mute you guys, okay?
Okay.
Okay, mute. Allow participant. Yes, okay, perfect. I'm putting in my mic. Hi, everybody. Thanks for being here. I'm Katie. The class is 90 minutes in case you're unaware. So you're in it for the long haul today. If you need to leave early, sneak out early, that's totally fine. I do my sound bowls at the end for Shavasana. Most people really enjoy them. On occasion, there are people who just like can't stand them. So if that happens to be you and you want to sneak out before I do my bowl, that's fine. Try to just sneak out before rather than right in the middle if possible. And then okay, I'll say a few special announcements. So I'm starting a little, it's called Breath and Body School with one of my friends, and she's like this amazing, she's one of the most smartest, knowledgeable, wise humans I know. Her name's Trish, and she lives in Colorado, and she was a doctor, like graduated med school and was a physician for a while, and then kind of started feeling like she felt like the medical world works with the symptoms and she wanted to work with the actual, like what's going on inside to cause these physical symptoms. So that's what Trisha's kind of based her life's work on. She's written a book. She's done tons of studies on shame. She is a breathwork facilitator. She's really into astrology. And the way she offers astrology is different from anyone I've ever experienced, which is a very grounded and even scientific based way. And she thinks about it as like just the study of energy, which I'm like, yeah, that's all it really is. And so anyways, she's a cool person. We're starting the school together. We're starting a breathwork facilitator certification next month. Goes for 4 months. It's twice per week that we meet, and it's just on Zoom, so you can do it from home. It's Tuesday nights, Sunday afternoons, and then at the end we have a whole weekend of just like in-person intensive. It's not necessarily you don't have to attend that for certification, but we highly encourage it just for the experience and what you'll get out of it. So, and you guys live here. It's more for people that live out of town, and we don't want to make them travel if they can afford it. So anyhow, if you're interested, ask me for more information after class or just go to the website. It's called breathandbodyschool.com. breathandbodyschool.com. And I have stickers out there that have the name on it. I have stickers that have my Katie shipping yoga stuff on. So just take them. How that. Let's just practice. That's good enough for announcements. Okay, let me I'm putting in my mic, guys. Can you hear me? Okay, let's do it. So go ahead. Are you okay with that in front of you guys? Are you cool with that right there? It's just my mom and one other person. All right, so let's go ahead and find a seat. So if you're not already in seated meditation, start to find your way there. And on your way there, if you want to get some wiggles out, feel free. So personally, I always like to kind of feel around, just notice, what is my body experiencing this morning? How did I wake up? How did I sleep last night? So feel into your spine, your shoulders, your pelvis. And then eventually, just settle into stillness. And rest your hands somewhere intentionally. So maybe just in your lap. Palms face down to be a little more grounded. Palms face up to be a little more open and receptive. And feel free to bring hands to heart, or one hand to heart, one hand to belly. And then close your eyes, or if you prefer to keep your eyes open, soften and lower your gaze. And then as you come into stillness, see if you can notice any places right away where you're still holding some sort of tension. So maybe through your face, your jaw, your shoulders, even your hands or your fingers. And just by bringing in more awareness, see if there's some way you can just kind of soften through your outer shell. And let's take 3 big deep breaths together to drop into our breath a little bit more. So next time you inhale, fill up as big as you can. Hold at the top in absolute fullness. And when you think you're full, see if there's even a little bit extra you can find. Open your mouth, great big sigh, release. Ah. Good. Do 2 more just like that. Great big inhale, fill up. Expand, inflate, take up space, hold. Extra sip. And great big sigh when you're ready, let it go. Ah. Very nice, friends. One more time. So biggest inhale you've taken all morning long. And take that moment, pause, sip in a little bit extra. And whenever you're ready, release it out your mouth. Good. Now start to drop into your ujjayi breath. So lips are sealed. The breath moves in and out through your nose, but it's different than a typical nostril breath. It's coming all the way down from your diaphragm. And you really hear it and feel it as it moves through the back of your throat. So the same muscles in the back of your throat that you used to hum or you used to whisper, that's what we're using here to regulate our breath. So kind of like we pinch a balloon to let the air out really, really slow. That's what you're doing with those muscles in your throat. You're regulating your breath, slowing it down, smoothing it out. So nice and steady without rushing. Just feel the rise and fall of your inhale and exhale. Maybe even visualize your breath. Use your imagination. See it flowing up and down the length of your torso, the length of your spine. And rather than anticipating what's coming next, when are we going to start moving? See if you can just be here in stillness with your breath, with your own internal rhythm. So make your breath as interesting as possible. Notice everything there is to notice. And then eventually keep your breath going just like this and start to kind of circle your torso. So as you inhale, come forward, almost like you're in a seated cow, opening through your heart. And as you exhale, round your spine and pull back, curl in like a seated cat. So all the way around, you can make these really, really big. Or if you want to keep them a little smaller, that's fine too. So just feeling into that movement of your spine, your pelvis, your shoulders, and the way they all work together. Even your shoulder blades on your back body. And start to feel into your spine as a rubber band. Imagine it's flexible. See if you can get it to move kind of smoothly. Feel all those little tiny vertebrae. And then eventually reverse those circles, take a few in the other direction, and reconnect if you've lost it to your ujjayi breath. So as you started to move, did you forget about your breath? Can you start to make this breath, even though it's super intentional and there is control around the breath, but kind of start to make it happen in the background? So it's just guiding your movement, and you can really tune in and notice what you feel inside. As you feel complete here, my friends, no rush, take your time, but eventually come forward to hands and knees and kind of continue the same sort of movement all the way around, great big circles with your hips now. So imagine there's a huge invisible clock underneath you, and you're trying to reach your hips around and hover them above all the numbers on that clock. So you can come all the way forward towards a cobra. You can go all the way back, even into a child's pose. Maybe you want to hold in child's pose for a few breaths. So your exploration of your own body in this moment, and feel free to get a little more intuitive or creative. Feel free to close your eyes and just feel what's going on inside. Good job, everybody. So let's say just in your next few rounds, next 3 to 5 breaths, downward facing dog is where we'll eventually end up. So whenever you're ready, you can start your own transition back. I love the movement. Nice job. There's so many different ways we can move. We think all we can do is like cat-cows or hip circles, but we can get so creative. There's a million different ways to move. So really feel around. Once you're in your down dog, keep feeling, keep exploring. So it doesn't mean you need to circle your hips, but maybe you just want to puddle out your heels. Maybe you want to give your hips a little shift from side to side and transfer your weight from side to side. Give your head a shake. Yes, no, maybe so. In your down dog, especially this first one, the intention is not to get your legs straight. If you can get your legs straight and if you can get your feet flat on the ground, awesome, but that's not the goal. So feel free to keep a big bend in your knees and even lift up to your toes and the balls of your feet. Focus on lengthening from your fingertips all the way up to your sit bones. Focus on lengthening through your side bodies. Focus on stabilizing through your shoulder girdle. Feeling the strong foundation in your hands and even your fingertips. And then big, spacious breaths that hold and support you here. You guys look awesome. Take one more big inhalation. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, and however you'd like to get there, forward fold. Once you have arrived, just hang out for a few breaths. You can take ragdoll if you want, grab opposite elbows. You might sway or bounce or bob. So in your forward fold, again, don't worry about getting your legs straight. I would much rather see a bend in your knees, little or big, and focus on lifting your sit bones up towards the sky, crown towards the ground. Feel the connection to your center. So imagine a rope attached to your belly button that's literally pulling up. Take one more deep breath in your fold. Next time you inhale, find your halfway lift position, lengthen. So stick your butt out, crown of your head reaches forward. Stay connected to center, navel to spine, and let it go. Refold. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, halfway lift. If you want, you can even reach your arms forward, and guess what? This is down dog standing on our feet. It's the exact same position in our body. Exhale, fold. Let's take it all the way up. So inhale, come through your halfway lift. Keep rising, arms to the sky. Exhale, hands to your heart. Flow with your breath for a moment. Inhale, high mountain. Exhale, take your slow dive down. Big bend in your knees if this hurts your low back at all. Breathe in, spinal extension, find length, create space. Nice, Jen. Exhale, fold and bow. Root through your feet, back to stand. Arms to the sky, high mountain, stretch, lengthen out. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, inhale, arms to the sky. Let's add just a little baby back bend. Exhale, cactus your arms, squeeze the bottom tips of shoulder blades. Re-extend, realign, neutralize, inhale. Exhale, slow dive all the way down, fold, nice, Ken. As you inhale, lift halfway, lengthen. Listen, exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank or modified plank. Take a moment and pause, find your strength. So spread your fingers really wide, push the ground away, draw your belly button in and up, take little baby rocks forward and back like you're sawing through wood. Yes, awesome. Next time you inhale, she like never does this to people she doesn't know. Next time you inhale, sorry friends, come forward to tippy toes or knees to the ground to modify. Keep that as you lower halfway down, chaturanga hold. Hold until you're empty in your breath and then push back up, high plank. Yes, one more like that. Exhale halfway down, strong arms, strong belly, strong legs, even squeeze your quads. Inhale, push back up. Now slow motion all the way down. And Spider-Man Cobra, bring your hands to frame your yoga mat so they're on the hardwood floor. And then lift your heart. So fingertips on the ground, elbows face the sky. As you exhale, take a little twist to your right towards the windows. Left shoulder dips down a bit. Hands nice and wide. The wider, the better. Inhale back through center. It's like a micro shoulder pigeon. Exhale, twist to your left. So hands on the hardwood floor, not on your mat. Inhale back to center. Heart lifts, belly tones. One more time each direction. Go at your own pace. Move with your own breath. Yes. Good job. Stay aware of your lower body. Press through shoelaces. Navel to spine connection. Eventually, an inhale will bring you back to center. Exhale, release and lower down. And then however you want to find your way back, downward facing dog. Good job, friends. All right, a few rounds in your down dog, about 5 breaths. If you are feeling like you want more strength work, you're welcome to turn it into a turbo dog. So the only thing that you change is your arms. You bend your elbows a lot and you squeeze them in towards each other. So it's almost like you're in a dolphin pose, but your forearms are just hovering an inch or so above the ground. So bend and squeeze in. Yes. Keep lifting from your belly button. Use your strong core. Relax your neck, soften your face. Awesome job, you guys. Take one more big inhale. Nice, Katie. Relax your neck, lift your hips. Exhale, look to the top of your space. Step, tiptoe, or hop, forward fold. Nice, Charles. Halfway lift. Breathe in, lengthen. Exhale, bow, let it go. Let's rise all the way up. Arms reach. Hands to heart. Exhale. Let's flow through a couple sun A variations just to warm up. Inhale, arms to the sky. Baby back bend. Navel to spine protects low back as you curl open. Inhale, realign, reach up. Swan dive all the way down. You can always bring your hands through your third eye center. Palms together if you don't have space to your sides. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Good. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. See if you can keep that exhale going as you lower down. Inhale, lift your heart, shoulders back and down. Nice, Rose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Great big inhale, push the ground away, hips high, spine long. Exhale, look to the top of your mat, however you want to get there, forward fold. As you breathe in, nice, Kai, halfway lift. Good, Janet. Exhale, let it go. All the way to empty, navel to spine connection, rise. Arms reach up, stretch tall. Hands to your heart, exhale. Continue to flow just like that. One more round. Inhale, reach up. Maybe close your eyes this time. Exhale, cactus your arms, bottom tips of shoulder blades, squeeze, lift your heart. Re-extend, realign. So feel into neutral pelvis, neutral spine as much as possible. And then stick your butt out, reach your heart forward as you dive all the way down. Again, big bend in your knees might feel really good on the low back. Halfway lift, inhale. Nice, Lon. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Try to keep that exhale going. Good, Mari. Inhale, curl open. Shoulders back and down, elbow tips point back. Exhale, down dog. Beautiful, friends. Inhale into your dog pose. Exhale, look forward, step, tiptoe, float, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, bow. Root through your feet and rise all the way to stand. Arms reach. Hands to heart center, exhale. All right. Now we'll build our flow. Inhale, reach up. Pause here. Grab your left wrist with your right hand. Your left palm faces towards the windows. And then like a crescent moon with your body, send your hips left, upper body goes right. So more weight in your left foot. Press into the inner edge of your left foot. And if you want, you can even reach your right tiptoes out to the right. Notice if your shoulder, your left shoulder is pulled out of the socket, plug it back in. So pull it back and down. Bicep next to your ear, not in front of your face. Take one more deep breath. Good job. Inhale, back up, both feet on the ground, switch your grip. So grab right wrist, turn your right palm towards the left wall, and then up and over other side. So if you try to create this with just your upper body, you're super limited in your range of motion and you're not really creating any new space. So use your lower body first. Root into right foot, inner edge, move your hips right. Upper body left, tug with your left arm. Resist with your right arm. One last big full body breath here. See if there's any more space you can find. Inhale, back up. This time, exhale, hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down, shoulder blades squeeze your spine. If you come to my class often, you know I like the variation where you press your palms together like they're suction cup. Bend your elbows and squeeze your elbows towards each other. See if you can keep all of that as you reach your hands back. Maybe lift your heart up. So puff up your chest, press your hips forward, but hug in with your inner thighs like you're squeezing a block with your inner thighs. One more big inhale here. Keep your clasp. Exhale, dive down. Forward fold with your fingers interlace. Hang out in your fold with your fingers interlaced for a few rounds. Really helpful, I'll say it a million times, to bend your knees. Try not to rock back into your heels and lock out your knees. You're missing the intention of this pose if you're doing that. You're just exploiting the hypermobility in your joints. So bend in the knees, lift your butt up. Crown towards the ground, lift your knuckles up. Big inhale, one more. Exhale, hands to low back, then release. Inhale to a halfway lift position, realign. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, move through your vinyasa however you want, or you can go straight back to down dog if you'd rather. Move with your own breath. Feel your body. All right, from your down dog, inhale your right leg to the sky. And then take a moment if you'd like and just kind of feel around. Maybe open your hip, roll out your ankle, whatever would feel good to you. Keep your strong foundation. So spread your fingers, press into fingertips, especially thumbs and index. Take one more inhale and everybody extend your right leg super high. Exhale, right knee to your nose, round your spine, hollow out. Stay here as you breathe in. You should be on your back, tippy toes. See if you can lift higher through your waistline. And then as soft as possible, step forward. Nice, John. Rise when you are ready. You can take your time, crescent lunge. So crescent lunge, all of your toes face forward. You're on the ball of your back foot. If for some reason you want to modify, you can take warrior one if that works better, or you can leave your back knee on the ground. So totally up to you. If you're in crescent, energetically pull front hip back, back hip forward. So feel as you hug towards midline, your legs create a really strong foundation. You feel sturdy and stable. And then your upper body, that's your unique expression. So feel yourself growing into it. Lift your heart, maybe lift your gaze. Be intentional, even with your fingers. You want to spread them really wide, or do you want to soften? So feel yourself in this pose. Feel your breath flowing through big, spacious, slow, steady. Take one more inhale.
Awesome job. As you exhale, bring your hands to your front thigh, and we're gonna prepare for a balance. So if it's helpful, you can kind of scoot your back toes forward a little bit, hug your inner thighs in, and draw your belly button in and up towards your spine. It should almost feel like you're puffing up or slightly rounding your low back. See if you can keep that. Keep pressing hands into your front thigh firmly. Lean forward and just let your back foot float off the ground. So you stay connected to your center, and that will help so much with your balance. Keep your back legs strong. Keep your back foot active. If your back leg's just hanging there, it's going to feel like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds. You can stay here, or option to extend your right arm forward. Right arm forward, left leg back. Asymmetrical warrior 3. Good. Awesome job, friends. Take one more round, your personal fullest expression. See if you can come back to land in crescent or warrior 1. You choose. Inhale, arms reach up, gaze up. Exhale, bring your hands to the earth. Horizon lunge. So left hand stays down, reach your right arm forward, up, turn your toes towards the windows and reach your right arm back. So all your 10 toes are now facing the windows. Yeah, you're on the outer edge of your back foot, like you're karate kicking the ground with the outer edge of your back foot. You can let your hips come down, make it more of a stretchy stretch. You can let your hips lift up, make it more of a challenge, more of a side plank variation, or maybe you want to lift and lower a few times. Good. So feel around, and if this feels like so uncomfortable, there's probably some way you can adjust to make it work better for your body. So stay curious. If it's bugging your left wrist, maybe you walk your left hand forward a little bit more. Everybody take one last huge breath in your horizon lunge, wherever you're at. And then back to a low lunge. So however you want to get there, I like reaching my right arm up, forward, and down. Turn your toes forward now. Root into your front foot. Step your back foot forward about a foot or so for pyramid stance. So pyramid stance, both feet are flat on the ground. Personally, I prefer my feet on 2 train tracks with all 10 toes facing forward. Traditionally, it's feet on a balance beam with your back foot at a little angle, about a 30-degree angle. So whatever works best for you. Halfway lift, bring hands to your front shin or hands to your hips or hands to blocks. Bend your front knee for a minute and then really slowly re-straighten it by focusing on pulling or drawing your right hip back and up. So right butt cheek goes back, 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 up, 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 and try to get your right quad, your thigh in the front to squeeze. Keep pulling right butt cheek back and up. Whenever you're ready, on an exhale, work into a fold. Forehead towards chin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. Do you want another block? Are you good? You're good. Do you want one? Are you good? Is your back good?
Not supposed to like.
I'm getting another block. Good job, friends. So use your breath to fold as deep as you can. One last round. And then where we're headed, standing splits. Walk your hands forward, float your back leg to the sky. It's just like a one-legged forward fold. If you feel like playing, go for it. Maybe you want to open into a half moon. Maybe you want to take some handstand hops. Maybe you want to take some Shiva squats. Or hang out where you're at and breathe. Ah. Yeah, right arm behind right leg. Love it. So wherever you want to take this, and then make sure your big deep breaths are right there with you. Very nice. Hey, Sherry, take one more big inhale. And then everybody forward fold, nice and easy. You can give your right leg a little shake out, kind of pedal out your heels. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow, fold. Root through your feet all the way to stand. Arms reach up, high mountain. Pause in high mountain. Feel into a neutral pelvis, neutral spine. So for me personally, I know that I stick my ribs out when I reach up. So I'm bringing awareness into knitting my front ribs together and not sticking my butt out so much. So everybody is different. Feel into your own imbalances, as neutral as you can get. Root into your right foot and lift your left knee up, standing staff. Flex your toes, hug in with your inner thighs. Take one more inhale right here. Exhale, twist to your left. Right arm forward, left arm back. You're more than welcome to bring your right hand to the outside of your left thigh or left hand to your low back and use your hands as leverage. Keep the flexion in your toes, squeeze through your inner thighs, broaden through the front of your shoulders. Use your exhale to twist, twist, twist. If you want an extra balance challenge, you can gaze back over left shoulder. One more round. Nice job, everybody. Awesome, Kirsten. Slowly unwind, standing staff, arms reach up. You can extend left if you haven't already. And then exhale, slow motion, low lunge. See if you can touch your fingers and toes down at the exact same time. We're gonna go back and forth a few times, just like that. Inhale, rise, standing staff, extend left if you want. Exhale, low lunge, fingers and toes touch at the same time. Move back and forth with your breath, focused and alert, calm and relaxed all at once, holding it all. Really root into right foot as you rise. Stay connected to your center as you lower down. Watch out for Ruby. Come here, Rubes. All right, friends, finish the round you're on, or maybe even take one more. Rubes is behind you, Wendy. And then let's end up in a low lunge. From low lunge, three-legged down dog. Take your right leg back and up. Good. So square off your hips. You can choose, go straight to down dog, or next inhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga. So as you exhale, slowly lower. Three-legged if you want. Good. Inhale, heart lift. Exhale, hips lift. Beautiful, friends. Take a moment and just walk it out. Feel into right side versus left side. Right leg versus left leg. And I guess I should have let you open up your right hip. If it would feel good to lift your right leg and open your hip, feel free. I feel nice. You can always do whatever you want. You don't need my permission, but just in case that felt good and I told you to square it off. All right, so back to down dog, just regular. And then left leg to the sky. Go ahead and explore on this side any way you want to. Anything that calls to you, feels curious. Strong foundation through your hands. Lift from your center. Take one more big inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left knee to your nose. So round your back. Stay here as you inhale, shoulders over wrists, on your back, tiptoes. Lift your tiptoes and then step forward. Good, softly. Rise up crescent, no hurry. Nice, Mike. Strong legs. So you're on the ball of your back foot, or if you feel like modifying, you can take a warrior one or bring your back knee to the ground. Totally fine. As you find your strong foundation and feel your strong foundation through your legs, that's the stability and support. Grow into your expression through your upper body. So what do you want to invite in? What do you want to embody in this pose? Softness or power? Is there some sort of intention you want to invite in? How would it feel? So just feeling yourself in this moment, in your pose, breathing into every little space, feeling whatever there is to feel. One more inhale. Exhale, hands to front thighs. So lean forward. And if it's helpful, you can scoot your back foot in a little bit. Feel your strong core, navel to spine. So almost like you're puffing up your low back. Press your hands firmly into your front thigh. And then as you're ready, just lean forward. So it shouldn't feel like it takes too much effort to float your back foot off the ground. Your back leg stays strong. Active weight is so much easier to hold. So if your back leg feels like it weighs 1,000,000 pounds, you're probably not engaging through your leg or your foot. So even use your toes. Stay where you're at, or left arm forward. So asymmetrical warrior three, left arm forward, right leg back, just like a spinal balance. Awesome, Jen. Take one more full breath, fullest expression right here. Amazing. Back to crescent or warrior one. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Exhale, both hands to the ground. Horizon lunge. Left arm reaches forward, up. Toes pivot to the left, and left arm goes back. So I like to let my hips sink all the way down to the ground and then just kind of stretch through my hip. I can press my left knee towards the back wall. You could also make it more of a modified side plank, or you can lift and lower a few times. Make it kind of a little exercise up and down, reaching forward and back each time perhaps. Good. One more big deep breath. And then however you want to get there, back to your low lunge. So perhaps left arm up, forward and down, low lunge. And then pyramid pose, step your back foot in a foot or so. Good, nice job, Brittany. Both feet on the ground, flat on the ground, and either on 2 train tracks or a balance beam, whatever works best in your body. Just set yourself up with awareness. Halfway lift position, hands to front shin or to your blocks. I like my blocks here on the highest setting if I'm using them. So bend your front knee and then very intentionally re-straighten your front leg by pulling your butt cheek back, 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 and lifting it up. It's like there's a rope attached to your left butt cheek, pulling back and tugging towards the ceiling, lifting it up. Squeeze through your left quad. Whenever you're ready, fold deeply, forehead towards shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine, all the way to empty with each exhale. And your exhale, that's your invitation to dive a little bit deeper, fold a little bit further. Nice, Andrea. Left butt cheek, back, 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 up, up, up. Try not to roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Take one last deep breath, working your fold. Nice, Johnny. Into your standing splits. Walk your hands forward, back leg to the sky. We'll be here for a moment, so anywhere you want to go, if you want to play with handstand hops, play with balance, play with half moon, Shiva squats, fall in and out, that's your practice. Meet yourself right there. Learn to be playful and compassionate rather than critical. Awesome work. Strong through your right leg, even energy in your right toes. One more in breath. Beautiful, friends. Forward fold. Set your right foot down top of your mat. You can give your left leg a little shaky shake. Halfway lift position. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Roots through your feet. Rise all the way up. Reach up. Pause right here. If you get lightheaded when you rise, you can always pat your head. Just give yourself a little pat and it's kind of grounding. Brings you back. Stop seeing stars. All right. So left foot is going to root down. Keep your neutral spine, neutral pelvis as much as possible. Lift your right knee up. Hug in with your inner thighs. Flex your right toes. Good. Focus your gaze. Make sure you're not straining. It helps me balance personally if I press the tip of my tongue against the roof of my mouth. All right, take one more inhale right here. And then as you exhale, twist towards the windows, left arm forward, right arm back. You can use your hands against your body if you want. Grab hold of your outer right leg or right hand to sacrum. Use that as leverage. Breathe down into your belly, broaden through the front of your shoulders. Nice, Alyssa. Keep the activation through your right toes. If you want an extra balance challenge, you can gaze back over your right shoulder. Good job. Next time you inhale, slowly unwind. Standing staff, arms to the sky. Extend your right leg if you want to. And then slow motion, low lunge. Fingers and toes touch at the same time. Here's that super fun part that you love. Back and forth between those two. So rise as you inhale. You got it. Yes. Okay. Awesome, Janet. And then exhale to lower. If you want to move 2 breaths to one movement, that's fine. Just as long as you're intentional. It's on purpose. You're present. Really root into left foot as you rise. Stay connected to your center as you lower. Nice, Mari. Hands and foot touch at the same time. Fingertips and toes. Let the heat build in your left leg. Nice, Brittany. Good, everybody. Finish the round you're on, or maybe even take one more. End up eventually in low lunge. I see you, Michelle. Get back to your lunches. Okay. All right. From low lunge, three-legged down dog, left leg to the sky. And let's open the hip. So I bet it feels good now. Open your hip and get that nice stretch. Yeah. All right, square off your hip. So if you want to put your left foot back down and then lift your left leg back up, that's fine with me. So with square hips, inhale, rock forward to high plank. You can bring your toes down if you want, or take it as three-legged. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, curl open. Exhale, takes you back, down dog. Walk it out. If you'd like to take a moment to just grab a drink or rest in child's pose, please feel free. We're gonna move through that entire sequence now, that entire flow, one breath, one movement. And we're gonna go slow with our slow, deep breath. So if you ever are like, she is cueing way too slow, see if you can breathe slower, breathe deeper, slow transitions, mindful, intentional. If at any time you want to take a break or you just feel like doing your own thing, totally fine with me. This is your practice. So always give yourself what you need. If you're resting, taking a little break in child's pose, hero's pose, give yourself one more breath there, maybe open mouth exhale. And then everyone, if you're coming with me, downward facing dog. Big inhalation into your dog pose. Exhale, look forward, however you want to get there, top of your space, forward fold. Halfway lift as you breathe in. Exhale, let it go. All the way up, rise, arms reach up, big stretch. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, let's flow. Inhale, high mountain. Grab left wrist with right hand. Exhale, side body stretch towards the windows. Through center, inhale. Switch your grip, other side. Exhale, up and over. Really use your breath, empty out. Inhale, center. Listen, cactus your arms. So lift your heart and curl open. Doesn't have to be great big. Inhale, re-extend, realign, feel into neutral. And then take your dive. Exhale all the way down and fold. Halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, plant your hand, feet back, chaturanga, or you can always skip it. Inhale, lift your heart, nice Mikal. Exhale, lift your hips, nice Paul. Inhale, right leg high, as soft as you can. Exhale, step through, low lunge. Rise up, crescent lunge, breathe in, lift your heart, lift your gaze. Exhale, hands to your front thigh, pause here, prepare to balance, navel to spine. And inhale, back foot floats off the ground. Stay here. As you exhale, option to extend right arm forward. Right arm forward, left leg back. Inhale, back to crescent lunge, soft landing, gaze up. Exhale, hands to ground. Horizon, inhale, reach forward, up. Turn your toes to the right as you reach back. And inhale, or excuse me, exhale, reach up, forward, and down. Now inhale, pyramid stance with a halfway lift. Everything gets long. Exhale, fold, forehead towards shin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. Inhale into standing splits. Exhale, forward fold. Good breath. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. All the way up, rise, arms to the sky, left knee floats up. Exhale, twist to your left, right arm forward, left arm back, or you can grab your leg, use your body. Back to center, standing staff. Inhale, option to extend left. And exhale, low lunge, slow motion. Fingers and toes touch. Good. Inhale, three-legged down dog. Okay, listen, open your hip. You can stay here if it feels nice. Otherwise, right knee, left elbow. Exhale. Inhale, three-legged dog. Open your hip if you want. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, or even armpit. Get as high as you can. Inhale, back up. Now square hips, everybody. Exhale, rock forward, plank to chaturanga. You can make it your own. You can modify. Nice K. Inhale, heart lifts. Exhale, hips lift. Down dog, just like that. On the other side, left leg high. Breathe in, stretch. Use your strong core. Step through softly. Crescent lunge. Inhale, rise. Exhale, hands to front thigh, navel to spine, prepare to balance. And then inhale, back foot floats up. Stay and hold. Option as you exhale to extend right, left arm forward, asymmetrical, left arm forward, right leg back. And then back to your crescent lunge, both arms to the sky, gaze up. Nice, Mari. Exhale, hands come down. Horizon. Inhale, reach forward, up and back, toes towards the left wall. Exhale, just come back to your low lunge. Reach up, forward, and down, toes face forward. Pyramid pose with a halfway lift. Breathe in, everything gets long. And then use that length to fold. Exhale, all the way to empty. Inhale, standing splits. Walk your hands forward, back leg floats up. Spread your toes. And forward fold, top of your space. Good job. Inhale, lift halfway. Exhale, bow. Let's take it all the way to stand. Arms to the sky. And right knee floats up. Flex your toes. Exhale, twist towards the windows. Use your arms against your body if you want. All the way to empty in your breath. Back to center, standing staff. Inhale, option to extend right if you haven't. And then slow motion, low lunge. Fingers and toes touch at the exact same time, or at least that's the intention. Inhale, three-legged dog, left leg, back and up. Open your hip. Stay right here, might feel really nice. Or exhale, left knee, right elbow. Use your strong core, push the ground away and twist. Inhale, back up. Yes. Left to left, aim high, add the push-up if you want it. Good job. Inhale, back up. Nice, Mike. Square hips this time. Rock forward, plank to chaturanga. You can take it on your knees, so make it your own. Nice, Mikkel. Heart peels open as you breathe in. Shoulders back and down. And down dog. Good awareness, everybody. Take a moment in down dog. Just reconnect. Maybe a couple open mouth sighs would feel really nice. We've got one more time through, just like that. I'm going to add a few little variations, a few little additions, just to keep it interesting. So like you always do, stay present, listen to my cues, take what works, and leave the rest behind. If you are coming with me, one more great big inhale into your dog pose. Look to the top of your space, step, tiptoe, or hop forward fold. Halfway lift, breathe in. Exhale, bow, let it go. Rise all the way up, big stretch at the top. Hands to heart, exhale. All right, last round, let's do this. Inhale, arms to the sky. Side body stretch of your choice towards the window, so you can change it up if you want to. All the way to empty in your breath. Inhale through center. Other side with your exhalation. Again, you can make it your own. Empty out. Inhale back to center. Back bend, cactus your arms, navel to spine as you curl open, squeeze bottom tips of shoulder blades. Inhale, re-extend, realign. Listen, chair plane or drinking bird. So bend your knees, swing your arms back. Option to float to your tiptoes. Option to stay on your tiptoes, high mountain, all the way up as tall as you can grow. Maybe stay on your tiptoes as you dive slowly all the way down. Yes, nice, Sarah. Awesome. Heels on the ground, halfway lift. Good, Johnny boy. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, chaturanga. Peel your heart open. Inhale. Take your hips up and back. Exhale. Beautiful, everyone. Right leg high. Inhale. Use your strong core. Use your breath. Exhale. Right foot steps through. Crescent lunge as you breathe in. Strong legs. Rise. Exhale. Hands to front thigh. Prepare for balance. So not rushing into it. Inhale. Back foot floats up as you lean forward. Hold here. Exhale, option to reach right arm forward. Reach, lengthen. And inhale back to crescent, both arms to the sky. Maybe gaze up. Exhale, hands to the ground. Horizon lunge, reach forward, up, back, toes face the windows. And then back to your low lunge. Listen, walk your hands to the left long edge of your mat, parallel your feet. Straighten out both of your legs. You're in a wide-legged forward fold. We're going to hang out here for about 5 breaths. So anywhere you want to go, anything you want to do, or just simply breathe. Nice work. So use this as kind of a resting pose if you want, or you can challenge yourself. Maybe handstand hops, maybe headstand, skandasana. About 2 more rounds. Fingertips on the ground if they are not already there. And then crawl your hands forward back to a low lunge position. Back to our flow, pyramid with a halfway lift. Inhale. Exhale, fold. Forehead towards chin, nose toward knee, navel towards spine. Inhale, standing splits. Lift left leg. Now listen. Exhale, tiny little potato bug ball. Bring your left big toe down next to right big toe. Curl in. Hollow out. Inhale, halfway lift. Heels down, spine long. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Take your arms up. Lift your left knee. Flex your left toes. Exhale, twist to your left. We're going to pause here. Option only if you want to take full revolved hand to big toe pose. So grab hold of your left foot. I like the outer edge. Some people like peace fingers around big toe. Start to extend, but only extend as much as you can without rounding. So rather than rounding and straightening, lengthen your spine, press through your heel, flex your toes, squeeze through your inner thighs, broaden through your shoulders and collarbones. One last breath. Let's slowly unwind. Keep your left leg extended if you can. Inhale. Low lunge. Exhale. Ah. 3-legged down dog. Open your hip. If this feels nice, stay here. Otherwise, right knee, left elbow. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, right to right. Get as high as you can. Add a little push-up if you want. Listen, inhale back up. Open your hip. Stay or flip your dog. Right foot comes down. Nice, Jan. Reach your right arm forward, heart forward. Beautiful, Kai. Breathe all the way down into your belly, strong through your back body. One last big breath. Amazing. Downward facing dog. Everybody walk it out. Keep walking it out. Or option 2, inhale forward, high plank, maybe hovering right leg. Exhale, chaturanga, lower. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time on left side, left leg to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, softly step through. Use your inhale to rise, lift your heart, lift your gaze, crescent. Exhale, hands to front thigh, not rushing into it. Prepare, navel to spine. And then inhale, just lean forward, float your back foot off the ground. Stay for your exhale option to reach left arm forward. Nice, Mary Jo. And back to crescent lunge. Breathe in, gaze up. Beautiful, nice paw, hands come down. Last time in horizon lunge, reach forward, up and back. Reach up, forward and down. Exhale, walk your hands all the way over to the right long edge of your mat. Take a moment here to pause in your wide-legged forward fold. Anywhere you want to go, any way you want to explore. Use your slow, spacious breaths. Nice job. Last couple of rounds. So if you're working somewhere, start to wrap up. Fingertips on the ground if they're not already there. And then slowly crawl them forward, rotate toes forward, back to low lunge. Inhale, pyramid with a halfway lift. Exhale, fold deeply, forehead to shin, nose toward knee, navel toward spine. And standing splits, breathe in, right leg floats high. Remember, little tiny potato bug ball. This time we're gonna hold for a moment in our little tiny potato bug ball. So you can stay in tiny little potato bug ball, curl in, maybe even grab hold of your shins and squeeze. Or if you want a balance challenge, option for toe stand. Squeeze your inner thighs, inner knees, inner heels, and try to point your knees straight forward. Bring your hands to your heart center. Spine long, balancing on your tiptoes. Soften your face. Wherever you are at, 2 more deep breaths. Your feet and your ankles are shaking. One of my teachers calls that the sacred tremble. It's a good thing. It means you met an edge. Be with it. Next time you inhale, heels down, spine long, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way up. Arms reach up, right knee lifts up. Exhale, twist towards the windows, and this is where we'll pause. If you want to go for your full hand to big toe pose, or revolved hand to big toe pose, go for it. If you want to stay where you're at, absolutely fine. Only extend your right leg as much as you can without rounding your back. Personally, I like grabbing the outer edge of my foot. Some people prefer peace fingers around big toe. Keep your shoulders broad. One last breath. So nice. Awesome, Katie. Awesome, Andrea. Slowly unwind. Arms reach up. Keep right leg extended if you can. Slow motion, low lunge. Slowly and intentionally. Yes, amazing. Nice, Ken. 3-legged dog, left leg high. Open your hip. Feel free to stay right here. Or left knee, right elbow. Twist. Use your strong obliques. Awesome, Kate. Inhale back up. Open up, left to left, aim high, add the push-up if you want, don't let your butt drop down. Good, inhale back up, open your hip, stay and hold or flip your dog. Left foot to the ground behind you. Left arm forward, heart forward. Where's your big deep breaths? Can you feel it? Can you use it to stretch your abdominal wall? Back muscles strong, supporting your spine. One last round. Beautiful. Bring it back, down dog. Walk it out. Keep walking it out. Or option 2, inhale forward, high plank, maybe hovering left leg. Exhale, chaturanga. So nice. Lift your heart, peel it open. Breathe in. And then either down dog or any other resting pose, any pose that will allow you to just take a moment for yourself. Feel, breathe, notice. Ah. Slow, spacious breath. Bring them back if they've sped up or if you've lost track. In your next couple of rounds, hands and knees, tabletop position. So on your hands and your knees, seems pretty basic. There's actually a lot we can notice, a lot we can tune into. Spread your fingers wide and actively push through your fingertips. So you're using your muscles rather than sinking into your joints. See if you can take your right arm forward and your left leg back, but feel a long, strong, powerful line rather than a smiley face shape. So hip stays square, low belly stays toned. It's like you're puffing up your low back, just like when we were in our warrior 3, remember? That connection to center. One more inhale. Good job. Exhale, elbow to knee, slow motion, curl in, round your spine a lot. Inhale, re-extend. Good, slow motion. Exhale, elbow to knee like you're moving through molasses. Inhale, lengthen, long, strong, powerful. And last time, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out, empty out. Good, Gianna. Inhale, lengthen. Now exhale, set your right hand down, pivot on your right knee, so your right foot comes out to the side of your mat like a little kickstand. And then left arm to the sky, so you're gonna open up to a modified side plank. Yes. All right, if it feels like your butt is sticking out behind you, really focus on squeezing your outer right glute and try to open more through the front of your hips. Press your hips forward. Maybe left arm reaches forward. Nice, Mike. Maybe even bend your left knee, reach back, grab hold of your left foot, kick foot into hand, pull hand back into foot. Try not to kick your foot up, but kick your foot back. Let your heart look up. Use your right outer glute to press your heart forward. It's called your medial glute. We have so much trouble engaging it for some reason. One last round. Slow release, hands and knees, tabletop. Option from your tabletop to extend your right leg straight out to the right. It's called gating your right leg. So you might need to kind of scoot over to the left a little bit. Right leg out, and then rock forward and back a few times, like you're moving into a cobra, and then like you're sitting back into child's pose. And all of that with your right leg sticking out. So your hips can go all the way back towards your heel. Your hips can come all the way forward and your heart lifts. Yes. Eventually neutral spine. So just back to center. Your right heel should come straight out from your hip. Your toes face forward, sole of your foot on the ground. Left arm out to the left and all the way up to the sky. Inhale. Exhale, thread your left arm through and then rest gently on the outside of shoulder and head. Big, slow, steady back body breaths. So see if you can hear your breath, or excuse me, feel your breath in your back body a lot. All the way to empty and feel your strong core, your center. About 2 or 3 more rounds. Soften your face. Nice job, everyone. If you happen to have your right hand lifted, bring your right palm back to the ground, or right fingertips. On an inhale, unthread your left arm. Reach it out and up one more time, as high as you can. Reach, and then left hand to the ground. Pick up your right foot, swing your right leg, off the left side of your mat, or your right toes off the left edge of your mat. Pull your hips to the right, gaze back over your left shoulder. So you're looking back at your toes. Yeah, and try not to look back with just your head and your eyeballs, but with your entire right side. So you might kind of lean. You might kind of bend one or both elbows. You might round even. Breathe, one more. Good job. Other shoulder, Helena, bless you. And back to tabletop. Back to down dog. Inhale, right leg to the sky. And step your right foot through. All right, warrior two stance, back heel pivots down, cartwheel your arms up so you're nice and open through your hips. Come here, baby. All right, so hips are open, shoulders are open. Your front knee tracks towards your front pinky toe. Next inhalation, reverse warrior. Reach up, reach back, find that length in your right side. Keep the deep bend in your front knee. Good. See if you can puff up your right ribs. Strong through your back leg, rooted through both edges of your back foot. One more big inhale. Exhale, back to warrior two. Setting up for triangle, straighten out your front leg. Maybe even shorten your stance just a little bit, like an inch or so, not too much. Imagine your hips are being pulled towards the back wall as you reach towards the front of the room. So reach, reach, reach in these two opposite directions. When you can't reach anymore, right hand towards the ground, left arm towards the sky. Right hand might come to a block or your front shin. Everything stays open, and your right side obliques are really working to hold and support you here. Strong through your legs. Option to take your left arm forward, bicep next to ear. If you want a lot of core, reach both arms forward like you're holding a block in between your palms. Make sure you can hold the integrity of the pose in your legs. Nice, Laura. Really awesome, you guys. One last huge breath. Ah. All right, from the press of your feet, rise back up. Parallel your feet, straighten out your legs. All of your toes are facing the left wall. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Roll your shoulders back and down. See if you can start to reach your hands back, lift your heart up. One more inhale. Keep your clasp, hinge at your hips all the way down, wide-legged straddle with a forward fold with your hands clasped. So without your hands on the ground, you have to use your core to hold you and work the pose. See if you can feel that invisible rope pulling up on your belly button. Lift your butt up, crown towards the ground, butt towards the sky. See if you can find more opening in the front of your shoulders. One more in-breath. Exhale, hands to low back, release, fingertips to the ground. Walk your hands to the top of your space, low lunge. Step your back foot forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. From your plank, lower down to your forearms, forearm plank. Strong shoulders, strong belly. All right, so feel your strong shoulders and don't lose that. Start to lift your hips and walk your toes towards your elbows, dolphin pose. So imagine that rope, that invisible rope, it's pulling straight up on your belly button. Don't let your shoulders come forward of your elbows. Press your chest towards the back wall as you lift your hips up high. You can bend your knees. You can be on your tiptoes. Stay where you are at. Take your right leg to the sky. Try to press back. You can bend, yes. Use your right leg to take some weight out of your upper body. If you want to hop, feel free. Just 2 more rounds in dolphin. Use your breath. Soften your face. Use your right leg. Lift yourself up and out of your shoulders. End of your next exhale, friends. Right foot down, knees down. Child's or embryo. Embryo might feel nice. Reach your hands back to grab hold of your heels, or just let your palms face the sky and your hands rest down. Just let your shoulders be soft. Send your breath down into your low back. Maybe a couple grounding sighs. Just really connect to that grounding energy of the earth below you. Hands and knees, tabletop. All right. This time, left arm forward, right leg back. As you reach, keep your hips square. So like a strong, straight, powerful line, not a smiley face shape. Left arm, Laura, other left arm. Yeah. Left arm, right leg. You too, Mikkel. Guys over there. Take one more big inhale. And then as you exhale, slow motion, elbow to knee, curl in, hollow out. Amazing. Inhale, re-extend, strong and powerful. Like you're moving through honey, elbow to knee. Round your spine, feel your strong core, empty in your breath, inhale, lengthen. And just one more like that, slow and smooth movement, elbow to knee. Amazing, inhale, lengthen. Into your modified side plank, left hand on the ground, pivot on left knee, so your left foot comes to the side of your mat. Right arm up, open through the front of your hips. Good, Andrea, nice, Alyssa. So it's really tempting to just let your butt stick out. See if you can get that left outer glute, your medial glute to engage. Open the front of your hips, maybe right arm forward. Right foot can be on the ground or right leg can be lifted, or you can even go for the half bow variation. Bend your right knee, reach back and grab hold. Once you've got your foot, friends, gentle leverage. So kick, foot in a hand, pull hand back into foot. Let your heart look up. One last huge deep breath. Ever so slowly release hands and knees, tabletop. From your tabletop, left leg straight out, gated through your left leg, and then rock forward and back a few times. Coming forward towards a cobra, and then sitting back towards a child's pose. Yes, feel into it. You can keep it as shallow as you need to. So as you come forward, you might lift your heart. Eventually back to neutral. Left leg straight out from your hip, toes face forward, sole of your foot presses down. Right arm out and up, inhale here. Exhale, thread it through. Gently rest. Outside of shoulder, outside of head on the ground. But you really feel that connection to your center, lifting the weight out of your shoulder and head. Breathe into your back body a lot. Last couple breaths. If you happen to have left hand lifted, set it back down. Inhale, unthread your right arm, reach it all the way up one more time. And then right hand down. Pick up your left foot and swing it over so your left toes come off the right edge of your mat. Gaze over your right shoulder, look back at your toes. So pull your hips left. It's like a side body stretch for your left side. Maybe bend one or both elbows, maybe round, maybe peekaboo under your right armpit. So feel into it. Should feel good. Get curious. Last breath. Tabletop. Come back. Downward facing dog. Lift your hips. You are almost there. Stay with it just a little longer. Big deep breaths. Inhale your left leg to the sky. Step through as soft as you can with your exhale. Warrior 2, rise. So settling in, slow and steady breaths. Shoulders stack over hips. Rooted through the inner and outer edges of your feet. Reverse warrior, reach up and back. Lengthen your left side. Keep that deep bend in your front knee. Keep it tracking towards pinky toe. Nice, Lonnie. See if you can puff up your left ribs. More space in between each rib. One more inhale. Exhale, warrior two. Set up for your triangle. Straighten front leg. Maybe shorten your stance a tiny bit. Start to reach towards the front wall. When you can't reach any further, left hand towards the ground or a block. Right arm towards the sky. Heart stays open. Shoulders stay open. Hips stay open. If you want more intensity, and please don't feel like you have to, sometimes less is more. Right arm option to reach your right arm forward, and then maybe even both arms forward like you're holding an invisible block. Make sure you can hold the integrity of the pose in your legs. Keep your left side obliques engaged and strong. One last huge breath wherever you are at. Amazing, friends. Rise, push into your feet, come back up to standing. Parallel your feet, all of your toes face the windows. And then this time, arms to the sky. Exhale, just take it all the way down for one last wide-legged fold. Just about 3 breaths. Let it feel good. Ah. If your hands or fingertips are not already on the ground, bring them to the ground. Crawl your hands to the top of your space, back to low lunge. And then from low lunge, step forward, forward fold. Halfway lift, realign your spine. Exhale, plant your hands, feet back, plank. Last time, lower down to forearms, forearm plank. Elbows under shoulders, forearms parallel, palms face down, fingers spread wide. Press especially into thumbs and index, or you can make a tripod for a little less intensity. Feel your strong shoulders. Keep hugging in with your upper arms. Imagine an invisible rope pulling up on your belly button now. Start to walk your toes in, lift your hips as high as they will go. Don't let shoulders come forward of elbows. So shoulders don't have to move. Hips lift. Maybe your knees bend a lot. Personally, I love a great big bend in my knees. Lift your butt high. Stay where you're at or left leg to the sky. Use your left leg to lift you out of your shoulders. Press your heart back. Breathe. Try not to let your head touch. If your head is touching, it means you're sinking into your shoulders. Take one more big, huge, deep breath. And let it all go. Left foot down, knees down. Take a rest. So you can rest in child's pose, or if you want to take one last vinyasa to get to child's pose, feel free. Good job grounding down, feeling the energy of the earth underneath you. And then eventually, my friends, find your way onto your back, however you want to get there, in whichever direction you'd like to face. Once you're on your back, whatever would feel good for a moment. So maybe a full body stretch, maybe hug your knees in. Just let the ground hold you. We'll take supine pigeon. Outer right ankle, top of left thigh. So left foot can be on the ground with your knee bent, or you can lift your left foot up, grab hold behind your left thigh. Pull in with your arms, but you're not trying to pull as hard as you can and just round your back. As you pull with your arms, you're resisting with your legs. So you're actually stabilizing as you stretch. It's the most sustainable way to work every pose. If you want, you can kind of rock a little bit from side to side. Send your breath down into your outer right hip. Flexion through your right toe. And then if you're holding on to your left leg, set your left foot down. Keep your legs in this figure 4 position. Bring your arms to cactus or goalpost resting on the ground. Walk your left foot out to the width of your mat and let your knees fall to the right. So left foot is on the ground. Walk your left foot out wide. Let your knees fall right. Work your left knee forward and down, lengthening from your left shoulder down to your left knee. If your left ribs are lifting a lot, see if you can press down through the back of your left ribs a little bit. And as you're ready, friends, just come back to center. So lift your knees up, walk your left foot in a bit, maybe extend your right leg to the sky. Eventually, whatever would feel good to just kind of neutralize before we do all that on the other side. So you can hug your knees in, rock side to side. You might take even a little happy baby. Full body stretch. And then when you are ready, no rush, pigeon with your outer left ankle on top of right thigh. Supine pigeon.
I wanna be free, so free.
You can rock a little bit if you'd like. And then whenever you're ready, you can let that go and move into that twist variation. So right foot to the ground. And then you'll let your knees fall left. Take your right foot out nice and wide as you let your knees go left. And then work your right knee forward and down, lengthening your right side. And if your ribs are lifting a ton, try to press your back ribs down, even just the slightest bit. And I will leave it up to you. When you feel pretty even on both sides, bring it back to center. And kind of unwind however you'd like. Move into any inversion, anything that puts hips and or legs higher than heart for about 5 to 10 breaths. So friends, just slowly, when you are complete in your inversion, with your inversion, slowly start to just find your way into your final relaxation. So taking whatever finishing poses or counter stretches you want, and then eventually settling in. And as you slowly, so no rush, find your way there, I have a reading for you, and this is by one of my favorite writers named Ali Michelle. It says, I hope you see your life for the grand love story that it is. I hope you bathe in the silence of the morning before the world pierces you with its chaos. I hope you have makeshift meals and candlelight, and your home is filled with the deep belly laughter of friends. I hope you allow life to shock you, fall in love with the person you never expected to, or move somewhere unfamiliar. Pick up the childhood hobby you discarded in the name of practicality. I hope you live 1,000 lifetimes within one. Redefine who you are and what you value, not on the last day of the year, but with every fresh breath life gives you. Because God knows we don't know how many we have. I hope you are gentle with yourself, that you treat failure and heartbreak with the same reverence you do success and falling in love, because it is all a sign of your courage. It is all bringing us closer to what it means to be human. Treat your life as the grand love story that it is, because every mundane and small detail of your life matters. The details are the little notes we contribute to the universe's great symphony. And isn't that the greatest gift of all? To join the dance. So these last few moments, even as you're just laying here doing nothing, feel your life as this beautiful love story that you get to live and that you get to experience. Feel the vibrations, the sounds, the frequencies, and just notice them, feel them, experience them flowing through you. Shavasana.
Take a deep breath in. And let it go. Just start to wiggle fingers, toes. Just bring your body back to life slowly. As you're ready, find your way onto either side, fetal position. And just give yourself a couple breaths, just resting on your side. Really let that sound bath and all the energy from it absorb into your body. Maybe you even visualize it using your imagination in some way. Anything that came through for you in your practice as well, just let it absorb in. And stay as relaxed as you can through your body. Use your arms to guide yourself up into seated meditation. So facing once again forward towards me, towards the front of your mat, in front of our space. And as you come into your seat, close your eyes and gather your hands to your heart. We'll just seal this practice together intentionally and symbolically with one great big collective Om. So don't worry about how you sound, but focus on your own vibration, your voice coming through you and expressing out of you, contributing to the sound of the whole. So start by exhaling, empty out, clear your throat if needed. Breathe in your voice. Open your mouth big and wide. Thank you all so much for being here. Namaste. Yay. Good job, everyone. You are so welcome. I forgot to say, as far as announcements, I'm actually adding a new class to my schedule, which will just be a 45-minute sound bath, Thursdays 11 to 11:45. So it's not going to be just like Shavasana the whole entire time. It'll be a little more like we'll do a little bit of gentle movement just to kind of like relax, and then I'll kind of give you a little bit of guided meditation to get going, and then just get into the eventual just sound. So if you're interested, Thursdays 11 to 11:45. Love to have you. Feel free. Any questions to ask? Bye, Coco. Love you, Mimi.
Thank you. I will check.
Thank you. Oh, I love you.